space. In the 60s, as the United States and the Soviet Union edged closer to the moon, Britain was also in the running in the space race, and the South played a key role. Rockets built in East Cowes on the Isle of Wight were tested at Highdown near the Needles. At about the same time, the famous astronomer Sir Patrick Moore was setting up home in Selsey.
All my life, I've been a lunar observer. The moon always has been my greatest interest, and therefore that's the place I'd like to go.
And sincerely, do you ever think you'll get there?
Not a hope. I'm too old.
Mr. Moore, meantime, have a happy time at Selsey.
Thank you very much. Here I am, and here I propose to stay.
Scientists at the Royal Aircraft Establishment in Farnborough built Prospero, Britain's first satellite. Its mission? To look for space dust. It was shipped to Woomera in Australia along with a Black Arrow rocket. But by the time they arrived, the money had dried up. But being British, we launched it anyway.
There's still tense, exciting minutes as the countdown approaches zero.
And on the 28th of October 1971, Britain became the 6th nation in space. 40 years on, and Patrick Moore's invited us to his 88th birthday party. He's also celebrating 700 episodes of The Sky at Night.
Good evening.
One of his highlights was the first moon landing.
Neil Armstrong and all of them were going down onto the moon, and they were going into the unknown. So when I heard Neil's voice coming back, the Eagle has landed, that was a great moment. First of all, I think.
Patrick allowed us to use his own telescope to see if we could find Prospero. Pete Lawrence co-presents The Sky at Night and took these amazing photographs of the surface of the sun.
You wouldn't normally use a telescope like this to look at a satellite because they move quite quickly, and the best thing to do to locate them is to use something with a wide field of view, such as a pair of binoculars.
So you don't need lots of big, expensive kit, you can do it with a pair of binoculars?
You can. I mean, if it's bright enough, you can see it with the naked eye, and there are some fantastic things to see at the moment. In the southwest, for example, as the sun has gone down, we've got a really bright object, and that's the planet Jupiter. You might even be able to see the what are called the Galilean moons, the 4 brightest moons of Jupiter either side of the planet. If you're up in the early morning, you've got Saturn up there as well, which is quite a fantastic planet to locate.
There's not much chance of us seeing anything tonight because it's cloudy. Luckily, Pete tracked Prospero a couple of nights ago. There it goes. We tried picking up its radio signal too. No, I couldn't, and neither could Richard Tremaine Smith, who worked on Prospero. So, is he proud it's still up there?
It's good and bad. Space debris is a bad thing, so had we known then, we would probably have tried to put it in a lower orbit, so it would have already deorbited. But there is something about it being there for this year, which will be the 40th anniversary of the launch.
Rather than space junk, I prefer to think of it as an important part of our scientific and engineering heritage. We're still building satellites here in the south, and we're pretty good at it too. You could say Prospero is the founding father of Britain's ongoing achievements in space.